Hi, my name's Tracy L. Smoke. I'm a writer in Florida, and we've been doing a series on domestic violence, just what's involved, what's it like. I'm holding a little acorn that I found outside a while ago, and I just wanted to use that as an opportunity to talk about, first of all, you. You are special. And just that you're watching a video about this, you've got concerns either for yourself or someone in your family or a dear, dear friend or neighbor. So let's talk about seeing potential. I don't want you to feel trapped. I don't want you to feel stuck. Maybe some really bad things have gone down and you just don't want that to keep happening. You want to prevent any more downward spiral. So if you'll bear with me, let's just go through a few slides. I'll share a few ideas and I hope it gives you some encouragement for today. So first of all, we need to envision a better future. Because if you're content where you are as things are, there's really not any purpose to continue. To enact change requires work, real work. It requires a change in mindset. It requires new resources. It requires networking. If you're in a pickle, if your situation isn't so hot, it's taken a while to get where you are. I sincerely doubt it happened in just 1 minute or one night. So it's going to take a while to climb out of the hole. And I wish it would be different, but it's not. So I'm speaking truth to you. I'm being authentic. Change is difficult. But if you know that where you are is not safe and it's not good, it's not healthy, you're suffocating, then let's see what we can do to get you to a better place. And that starts with, first of all, change is possible. You can have something better. You deserve something better. No one should cower in fear. No one should be worried in their own home what's going to happen if they decide to disagree or just do something differently. So here's our next slide. You've got to seek light. If you're in a place of fear, of darkness, of danger, it's going to require a lot of prayer. It's going to require a lot of hope. It's going to require a lot of intentionally turning yourself to places where you can grow and flourish. And I know that's not easy. Just this week, I had lunch with a dear friend. We went to preschool together. He served as a law enforcement officer. And I was telling him I'm working on these articles and what would people from law enforcement want victims of domestic violence to know? And he said, well, obviously that officers care and they want to help. They're there to protect. But then he got really quiet and he said, fear. Fear is the greatest obstacle for any person in a dysfunctional or damaging relationship. They're afraid to get out. They don't know how to get out. And he recounted a story of one of his calls from years ago that still haunts him. There was violence in a home. Neighbors called and reported it. 4 officers responded on the scene. When they went inside due to probable cause because no one answered the door at first, when they went inside, the woman had been battered horribly. Her nose was broken. There was blood all over her face. And he offered to take her to the station, to take her to safety. And she wasn't able to go. She was so terrified that she refused all help. So if we're looking, first of all, to make a commitment to change, second of all, we've got to put ourselves in an environment where you have access to light. Now, I don't know whether that's a private internet support group. I don't know whether that's the next door neighbor whom you can confide in. I don't know if it's authorities and you need to go through a courtroom and go to the clerk of the court and ask for an injunction. I don't know if it's a hotline phone call, and I'll have a number for you in a couple of screens to help. But if we only stay cowered in the darkness, if we're hiding in the darkness, if we're cowering there, We cut ourselves off from all resources. So we have got to step out into the light, little by little by little. We're committing to change. If you look at this diagram of a tree, the top is what we see, full of growth. But long before there's the branches and the beauty above ground, there are deeply, deeply planted roots that sustain a foundation where growth can occur. You might need to do a lot of growing quietly right now. You don't need to talk with your partner about you've got a change of heart. That might endanger you. What you need to do right now, or what you may choose to do, is to start researching options, looking at places of help, because to get free, particularly if you've established a household together, there are details to consider: finances, legal title, insurances, and that takes a while to get untangled. So you don't necessarily need to be in a hurry unless you're in physical danger, and then get out right now if you can, if he's not around or if she's not around. But if you have a window of time to reflect and you're still thinking, what's this all about? What am I going to do? I know things aren't right. Take some time and do some research. And in the link here, I'll have some places you can go and do a little homework and just see what is available, because you are not trapped and you're not alone. I want you to know that you can stand tall. You are beautiful, you are honorable, and you are someone that people admire and look to your talents and say, what a wonderful thing this person God is equipped with. And if you've fallen in a dark season for a while, that doesn't define you. That just refines you. So there's a Bible passage I'd like to share, and it comes from Psalm 1, verse 3. And it says that the person who delights in the Lord and righteousness is like a tree planted by the streams, which yields its fruit in season and whose leaf does not wither. Whatever they do prospers. You can prosper. You've done it in the past. You'll do it again. You just got to find a way forward. And that's going to take some time and some research, but you're going to get there. Confidential help 24/7 is available through the National Domestic Violence Hotline. The number's on the screen, 800-799-7233. This agency recently aligned with the National Coalition Against Domestic Violence to provide a warehouse of tremendous resources. I'll also put that in the link. You are strong. And just like the bark of a seasoned oak tree, you've withstood a lot. You've persevered through a lot. You've endured a lot. But just because you have strength doesn't mean you need to put up with silliness. Bad behavior from your partner needs to change. And you can ask in a respectful, quiet way for help to ensure that you're treated the way that you deserve, with gentleness and kindness and respect. I'm rooting for you. Let's stay in touch. There'll be other videos. Take care.